Dear all 32 NFL teams, we hate you.
Which NFL team has the most annoying fans? Oh, by far, Cowboys.
Cowboys fan by far.
The Cowboys.
Dallas. Dallas sucks.
With the 2025 NFL season fast approaching, it feels like a pretty good time to remind everyone why they should hate and cheer against every single team. Arizona Cardinals, all hype, no action. The Kyler Murray hype train has been going for 6 years now, and there is just nothing to show for it. Arizona gets a lot of hype and love every single year, and Murray starts well in the first half. Then, they just completely unravel in the second half and miss the postseason. Murray's love for Call of Duty becomes the scapegoat, and on it goes. Atlanta Falcons, commitment to the mushy middle. Since their last playoff appearance in 2018, the Falcons have been consistently mediocre. I mean, consider this. 5 seasons with exactly 7 wins, plus last year's 8-9 finish following a strong 6-3 start. It's just so disappointing to see owner Arthur Blank commit to constant 7-8 win seasons when his team was oh so close to a Super Bowl title 8 years ago. Baltimore Ravens, talk the talk, but can't walk the walk. The Ravens always talk like they're ready for a fight, but they never are able to back it up. 7 seasons into his career, Lamar has adopted the can't win the big one label. And yet, for some reason, these Ravens just cannot stop running their mouths. Maybe have some postseason success before you start talking mad trash. Buffalo Bills, always choking against the evil empire. Fans who are fed up with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs can thank the Bills for their success. Buffalo has lost 4 playoff games against KC in just 5 years, always choking against them when it matters most. Carolina Panthers, David Tepper. From throwing a drink at a heckling fan to confronting a local restaurant that took a dig at his notorious hands-on approach as an owner, Mr. Tepper has not won himself any points. Tepper is the reason why Carolina has become one of the NFL's laughingstock organizations during his ownership era. Chicago Bears, a QB graveyard. Between Jay Cutler, Mitch Trubisky, and Justin Fields, how many other notable quarterbacks have had to have their careers wasted by inept Bears ownership, management, and coaches? It is embarrassing how many notable talents behind center the Bears have wasted. It has been ongoing since Sid Luckman's last season in 1970. Cincinnati Bengals, disrespectful treatment of their star players. Notoriously cheap, Brown has always played hardball with player negotiations. Man, his treatment of Trey Hendrickson and stubbornness to get the deal done with first-round pick Shamar Stewart? There is just no respect for the guys that make Mr. Brown all that money. Cleveland Browns, ignoring players off the field issues. The Browns lost a lot of fans when they traded for Deshaun Watson and gave him a fully guaranteed $230 million deal in 2022. Then, in the span of 2 months this offseason, linebacker Devin Bush and rookie running back Quinshon Judkins were arrested for assaulting their girlfriends. But with the Browns, character, integrity, and morals just don't really matter. Dallas Cowboys, still living in the 90s. For fans sick and tired of obnoxious Cowboys fans, Jerry Jones' arrogance and the league's obsession with stacking them up in primetime games, well, it all stems from the team's dynastic run in the 90s, which, by the way, was 3 decades ago now. Denver Broncos, the man on the sideline. Some folks will never forgive Peyton for his involvement in the New Orleans' infamous Bountygate scandal, and his treatment of Russell Wilson during their awkward 1-year marriage did not win Peyton a lot of fans either. Detroit Lions, unearned arrogance. Regular season wins are nice and all, but why are the Lions being treated as if they're in the middle of a dynastic run like the Chiefs? Hey, how about getting to a Super Bowl first before y'all drool on them any further? Green Bay Packers, historic success. Under legendary head coach Vince Lombardi, the Packers were the NFL's model organization. Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers then combined to give Green Bay 30 whole years of Hall of Fame quarterback play, with 2 more Super Bowl crowns in that span. And now the Packers are set up beautifully long-term with Jordan Love. Just think about how many fan bases have come to hate Green Bay for constantly beating them. Houston Texans, ownership. Janice McNair and Bob McNair, well, they catered to Bill O'Brien and let him run star players like J.J. Watt and DeAndre Hopkins out of town. Then, they fired head coaches David Coley and Lovie Smith after 1-year stints. It won't actually happen, but something tells us that Texans fans wouldn't be upset if Janice McNair and her son Cal just sold the team. Indianapolis Colts, ruining QB's careers. The Colts failed to build a proper O-line around Andrew Luck, so injuries piled up to the point where he lost the desire to play football, retiring before the 2019 season. The Colts sorta kinda broke Carson Wentz as well, and they gave a well-respected Matt Ryan the worst possible send-off in 2022, and we are still waiting for them to unlock the potential of Anthony Richardson. Hey Colts, could you maybe do something right with your QBs? Jacksonville Jaguars hogging all the free agents and then wasting them. Since they can't draft for Jack, the Jaguars just love to throw money at big-named free agents. Julius Thomas, Nick Foles, Jerry Porter, Gabe Davis, Calais Campbell, and Malik Jackson are just a few names that come to mind. Kansas City Chiefs, all they do is win. Yeah, come on, let's not overthink this. If the Chiefs weren't the NFL's model organization, you wouldn't hate Patrick Mahomes or Travis Kelce. Simple as that, moving on. Las Vegas Raiders, Mark Davis. This has nothing to do with his signature haircut, but rather how he turned his back on the loyal and passionate fans out in Oakland. Moving the Raiders to Sin City was maybe the best business decision, but man, it was not fair to the real fans in Oakland. Los Angeles Chargers, where are the fans? LA did not need two football teams. Yet, Dean Spanos happily relocated the Bolts from San Diego 1 year after the Rams returned to La La Land. Now, while the Rams have built up a strong following in Los Angeles, the Chargers haven't at all. Their home games are always filled with the opposing team's fan bases. Los Angeles Rams, obnoxious and outspoken players. Since relocating to LA, the Rams have been home to plenty of loudmouth players that you either love or hate. That list previously included Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Marcus Peters, Ndamukong Suh, and Odell Beckham Jr. Miami Dolphins, recruiting players with legal issues. Star wide receiver Tyreek Hill has a disturbing off-the-field history that includes domestic violence against his former girlfriend when he was in college. In 2019, Xavier Howard was arrested for a domestic violence case involving his fiancée. And don't forget the Richie Incognito bullying scandal. Minnesota Vikings, diva wide receivers. It all started with Chris Carter and Randy Moss in the late 90s and early 2000s. Minnesota could not wait to get rid of Percy Harvin in 2013 either, or Stephon Diggs in 2020. New England Patriots, they bullied everyone for 20 whole years. The Patriots embarrassed the rest of the NFL for the 20-year run in the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick era. Sure, they're not a force anymore, but you just don't forgive these guys and their loudmouth fans for what they did to your team for all those years. New Orleans Saints, the Bountygate scandal. New Orleans has not been a relevant team since Drew Brees' retirement, but the Bountygate scandal keeps rival teams' fans sour until the end of humanity. New York Giants, treatment of star players. Benching Eli Manning in 2017 and ending his consecutive start streak in favor of Geno freaking Smith, trading Odell Beckham Jr. after ownership publicly stated that they wouldn't move him, letting Saquon Barkley walk to free agency.
I'm gonna have a tough time sleeping if Saquon goes to Philadelphia, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, how exactly did that work out? New York Jets, Woody Johnson's circus. Seriously, how can anyone outside of New York like a Jets team that embarrasses itself with a non-stop circus shows? It all starts with arguably the NFL's worst owner. Philadelphia Eagles, the fans. Even when they suck, the Eagles are among football's most hated teams on any given day. And it's all thanks to the overly passionate fan base that has never been afraid to cross the line. Pittsburgh Steelers, a factory of universally hated players. Between Ben Roethlisberger, James Harrison, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and now Aaron Rodgers, woof. The Steelers just love bringing in players that, well, everybody else just seems to hate. San Francisco 49ers, living in the past. Similar to Cowboys fans, the 49ers faithful can't help but stay stuck in the past. You still want to talk like your team is the best in all of football. Hey, how about ending a 3-decade-long title drought first? Seattle Seahawks, unpleasant fans and atmosphere. The Seahawks won their only Super Bowl more than a decade ago now. Yet for some reason, the fans seem to mostly brag about their boisterous atmosphere in the time where they broke the outdoor noise record. If you've cheered for the opposing team in a Seahawks team at Lumen Field, we're sure you've had some unpleasant experiences. The loudmouthed and off-putting fan base makes these guys very easy to hate. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, bringing in hated players and coaches. John Gruden has to be the most overrated coach in NFL history, right? And Bruce Arians' constant whining and temper tantrums, even hitting his own players during games, made the Bucs easy to hate. Recruiting Antonio Brown and players with histories of cheap shots like Mike Evans, Warren Sapp, and Ndamukong Suh didn't exactly win points for from haters either. Tennessee Titans wasting highly touted QBs. Everyone was excited to see Vince Young in the NFL. Too bad the Titans completely destroyed his career. 2011 first-round pick Jake Locker had plenty of hype as well. How'd that go? Everyone was thrilled to see Marcus Mariota come to Tennessee in 2015. Yeah, that didn't go so well either. Hey, remember Will Levis? God, please, Titans, do not waste Cam Ward's upside. Washington Commanders, the Dan Snyder era. Snyder has been gone for 2 years now, yet it is hard to forgive all the toxicity and controversy that he built up there. Refusing to change the offensive team name and logo for 2 decades, the amount of female employees who had to deal with disturbing harassment was also pretty dang horrific to hear. Snyder sold the team in 2023, but it is still hard to forgive and forget the crap that he pulled off or oversaw for 23 whole years as owner. But who do you think is the NFL's most hated team heading into 2025? Do you agree with what we selected for your favorite team? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.